All right, Fashion Dolls. That was Major, When Doves Cry, his newest hit single, which is out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, my very special guest that is joining me today is a Grammy-nominated American pop soul musician, singer, songwriter, vocal producer, and stage performance coach. He was born in Denton, Texas. I couldn't get it out. I'm sorry, but I'm super excited. Now his music. Ooh. So. All right, let me send these invites out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited. Oh my God, I'm super excited. Okay. All right, let me let everybody know that I'm on. We're just waiting on my guests to come in, Fashion Dolls. I'm super excited about this interview right here. Hi, Alex. Alex will be guest co-hosting with me in the next hour, so make sure you guys tune in for that. This is Major's newest hit single, When Doves Cry. Beautiful song, and it talks about what's been going on lately, from the unrest and everything. The video is so powerful. I'm so honored to be doing this interview. Yesterday I had another Major interview, which was with, get it, Major Grammy nominated singer, songwriter, and now beauty mogul, Miss Shanice Wilson. That interview is up, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to have some more amazing special guests coming pretty soon. I'm not going to say who, but February is going to be a big one. So stay tuned for that. Alex is going to be guest co-hosting with me. I'm just waiting on Major to get here so that we can get this interview started. Now, Major was born in Denton, Texas. He is a singer, songwriter, and performance coach. He's also an actor, and he's very talented. Like, more importantly, his music is so powerful. Now, his song Why I Love You is a wedding anthem. Like, this song has been played at black weddings all over the world and has been voted one of the best wedding songs. So I'm super excited to be doing this interview with Major. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm waiting on him to get here. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Type your questions in the comment section, because I will not be able to read them if they go in that box. Yesterday it was acting kind of crazy. It was kind of glitchy. So if you guys have any questions, just type them in the comment section below. But I'm super excited to be doing this show today. I'm so honored. So we're just waiting on him to get here. Let me send an email back real quick to his team to let them know that I am live, and he can just jump right on. Oh, he's here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter, Major. So let's get this interview started. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, thank you very much.
It is such a pleasure to meet you finally.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, here with me right now is Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, vocal producer, stage performance coach, Major.
Wikipedia.
Okay, where do I start? Why I Love You, or When the Doves Cry? Where do I start? Why I Love You. That song is so beautiful, and it's been played all over at black weddings all over the world. Like, this song is one of the most beautiful songs I have ever heard. What is the songwriting process like for you?
The songwriting process, firstly, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the invitation. I am always grateful for opportunities to be able to connect with people from all walks of life, from all different parts. What part of the country are you based?
I'm in South Carolina. I'm ready to get out with this pandemic.
I know, right? I know, right? But listen, I wanted to speak to my writing process. My writing process is actually, multifaceted, because I can be inspired by a series of events where I see something happen in somebody's life, and I'm just awakened to the lesson in that, and the wisdom in that experience, or I will, or I can, my faith, the Bible forever is informing me on, on conversation that I want to have musically with the people. Most of my love songs are actually love letters to and from God that I believe God intended for me to share with humanity to show us how to do love on earth as it is in heaven. So yeah.
And Stevie Wonder has described this song as the best wedding song of the year. How does that feel coming from him? Because Stevie
Yeah,
Wonder is a
more
pioneer in the music
specifically, he
game.
said, "I believe this will be the wedding love song for years to come," and so I was honored, because Mr. Stevie Wonder, he's a hero. He's an icon when it comes to music that moves the soul and moves the heart. And so to have that endorsement, it was pretty special. He invited me onto his stage and had me in concert with John Legend and Lionel Richie and Jennifer Hudson, and me and him we both did a duet together. And he's just shown me love all throughout. So yeah, it's been pretty special. It's been pretty special.
Now, When Doves Cry, your latest hit single, that song is so powerful. And when I seen the imagery in the video, it's just like it sums up 2020 all together in the beginning, opening up, going into you performing. Loving the looks. Thank you so much. And shout outs to Cayman Kelly, Sirius XM Heart and Soul. He is in the audience. I did an interview with him as well, too.
That's a
Incredible
king.
man.
That is a king
Incredible.
right there. Raymond
Yes.
Kelly is a king. Yeah.
And this song talks about everything that we've been through from 2020, through pandemics to racial inequality to injustice. What was the inspiration for you writing this song?
Well, it was a conversation with the earth, and it was a parallel conversation. It was the conversation about relationships and how, what the pandemic did and what the times were doing for the past 2 years was gripping the hearts of the people, but confronting them with the way in which we have mishandled love. And so I was challenging relationships and also our communities to do better with how we do love. Doves represent peace, doves represent grace, doves represents the goodness of God. That's the virtue. And so when we generally see doves, we see like a symbol that lets us know that goodness is coming, goodness is on its way. And so when I wrote the song, I was then connected with, the story that Prince was having with his songs, When Doves Cry. And it was basically just saying, we have mishandled love so much so that we've broken the heart of peace. So we got to do this thing better. And so, when I wrote, peace had a broken heart, it was tragic. Could you imagine that a bird could fall and hope had nowhere to start? Nothing to believe in, no happiness to breathe in. Thinking it's too far to claim. How could this be? Giving up on love like it's out of your reach. Lesson learned, you should let it be your teacher. Even when the doves cry, I've seen doves cry. So it's like even when the sun shines, I've seen doves cry. It's like even when the goodness is knocking at our door, we're still mishandling this love thing. But what if I told you that it's all okay? We won't stay stuck, no weeping all day.
Yes.
Show all your colors. Get out under the weather. The world's got something to rock to now. We're better because we're higher. We're higher. We're higher. When they go low, we go high. And so, yeah, that's the challenge, to get the doves flying back again.
And overcome all obstacles. I love how you sum this up, and this song is very beautiful. So if you guys have not heard it, this is Major's newest single, Doves Cry. It's a beautiful song. The video is powerful.
Thank
The
you.
imagery, it sums it all up through everything that we've been through in 2020. And a lot of singers and songwriters have been discussing this in their music. So thank you so much for giving us this, because music sometimes can be comfort to someone's soul. You never know what a person's story a testimony can be. So a singer can be like a beacon of light to someone, just giving them inspiration and them to go forth in life. So this song is beautiful.
And absolutely, Stevie. And one of the things that I have realized is I've been charged to deliver hope, to deal hope to the people, and so what I always want people to hear in the messaging is that never lose your hope. Hope for better, hope for greater, hope for change and resolution is always available as long as you hold on to it. It's never canceled. And so at the beginning of the video, you see a message where it says, hope is not the denial of reality. It's not
Yes.
pretending that the struggle and the difficulty and the destruction that we're having is not real. It's not the denial of reality. Hope is a commitment to believe greater is on the other side of it. And so that's what I'm always trying to encourage people. Lock in on this hope thing because that's going to be the answer to you crossing over.
And we've had so many people give us just promises, broken promises, but this word, hope, gives people just an insight on what to look forward to in the future. We're in a new year, and what has 2020 taught you? Because it's been very chaotic, and
Woo!
it seems kind of still to be chaotic, but what has 2020 taught you?
2020 has taught me it's okay to pause. It's okay to be still. Because in the stillness, you can take account of what you have, what you've done, what is working, and what is not. And when you're able to take proper inventory of your current reality, you're able to see that sometimes we have given too much credit to the what ifs and not enough honor to the what is. And when you start to honor the what is, you will realize you are much more wealthy than we've given credit to. So that's what 2020 has taught me. It's told me to pace myself because I found that pace is grace. That measuring, that understanding that moving too fast, you'll miss something, and going too slow, you might miss something as well because you'll never get there. And so it's finding a rhythm that agrees with progress, but doesn't rush you in the time of being able to enjoy everything that comes. Yeah.
How would you define wisdom?
Um, Wisdom is a collection of experiences and lessons. Um, it's a collection of lessons in the experiences that we've had. Um, that we've seen. Um, and I believe wisdom is a piece of God. It's a piece of God, and it's deposited in minds and hearts that are open to receiving.
Beautiful, beautiful definition of that. Beautiful. And speaking of experience, you've also had a starring role on Fox's musical drama Star, which is a show by Lee Daniels, and you played the character of Rashad. What was it like to get the call to portray this character, Rashad, on Star and work alongside Queen Latifah?
Woo! Incredible. Incredible. Star was an experience that came right on time. Um, uh, I've always studied acting. I've had a few moments here and there on TV and commercials and movies, but I finally got a recurring role that allowed me to fully stretch and show that I was more than just a singer. And it's crazy because I remember when the show came on TV, I said, I'm going to be on that one. I'm going to be on this one. And so for 3 years later to get the call and to literally be able to work alongside Queen Latifah, who the year prior, 2 years prior, I was able to, she was in that same Stevie Wonder concert. And I remember telling my assistant, stop her. I want to say hi to her because I'm going to work with her one day. And so when I step on stage, on set, Queen Latifah, I'm like, it's nice to meet you. I'm honored to be here. And she says, uh, do you have a song called, it's jazz and hip hop? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. I'm trying to think of songs, because I don't want to say no. And she says, it's called Better With You In It. My life is better with, and she just starts singing it. And I'm like, yo, Queen Latifah knows my music. And to work with her and to work with Auntie Patty, who's like a godmother to me,
Oh,
and has opened up her, world to me and embraced me, just like Stevie Wonder and my big sister Brandy. It was just incredible. And my brother Luke James, I was just honored. Shout out to Amina and Luke James, who really put in a good word for me, to be considered for the part, and Leah Daniels Butler, for casting me in this. I'm just grateful for these opportunities because I've worked hard for them. And I think what the real lesson in this is to stay ready. Stay
yes.
ready so you don't have to get ready. And so for me, that's what it's been, because I got the call and I was ready to go.
Okay, okay. So you manifested it, and you've mentioned some of the greats like Patti LaBelle and Stevie Wonder. Who has been some of your musical influences? Like, who's inspired you to get into music?
Stevie Wonder, definitely. It was crazy because the first song that I put on a demo was two songs by him, "Isn't She Lovely" and "Blame It on the Sun," um, and that was pretty amazing, to be able to sing those songs with him, to sing "Blame It on the Sun" with him in concert. Um, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Nat King Cole, vocally has always been one of my greatest vocal inspirations. The Winans, Whitney Houston. Yeah, I can go on and on because I pull from so many different people. Sinatra, Frank Sinatra. It's just, yeah, yeah,
Very eclectic music taste. Like, I love Whitney Houston. Whitney will always be remembered as one of the greatest
Woo!
voices of all time. And you've mentioned Brandy as well, to the vocal Bible. So these two together, unmatchable.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to someone who's looking to get into music? Because I know not only you're a singer and songwriter, but you're also a vocal performance coach. So what advice would you give to some people that are looking to get into the field of music?
Do it. Do it. But do it well. If it is something that you truly believe that you want to do and you have the gift to back it up, put the gift to work. Perfect that thing. Work on your craft. Because at the end of the day, if Coca-Cola presented a dented can and faded coloring on the side of its can, and it was watered down, and they put it on a shelf and said, drink it, would you drink it? Probably not, because the presentation didn't level up to a level and standard of quality and excellence to where you believe that you taking the risk in drinking it would satisfy that particular risk. So it's so important for us to prepare ourselves before presenting ourselves. Prepare before you present, so that when it's time to present, there is no denying that excellence is what the people see. And excellence will magnetically draw
Yes.
the audience that you deserve.
And it goes back to what you were saying in the beginning of this interview. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And someone in the audience also, shout outs to V Brown, actor singer, who'll be with me tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. He says he coaches. Oh, I definitely got him up. Major's voice
Yeah,
is
I
no
have.
joke, and
Yeah,
it
I haven't.
is.
I haven't done vocal coaching in a while because I don't really have the time to do it. Oh, comedian Ian Wyans. Ian Wyans, such a super dope artist, creative. He's just a very special mind. Funny, my brother. But anyway, I haven't been doing the vocal coaching in a minute, but I do vocal produce, and I do stage performance coaching because I believe that that is so important on understanding. And I think
Yes.
I might end up doing a, I might end up doing a workshop series for some vocal performance coaching very soon, just because I really want to help people understand if you don't believe you, they won't believe you. If you don't believe you, they won't believe you. Hey, Neely.
I like
And
that.
that's what I'm always trying to help people understand, because if it comes from heart, it'll reach heart. If I believe me, they'll believe me. And it's so important. It's so important. So to your followers, to those that are tuned in, stay tuned in on my page, because I'll be sure to post about the workshop very soon. Yeah.
Yes, and I did an interview with Shanice Wilson yesterday, and she was
My
telling
girl.
me about stage fright and how, I would have never thought through all of her performances that she would have encountered nervousness and all of these things, because when she gets on stage, her performances are breathtaking. Like, she's just an amazing singer and songwriter, and she's been in the game for a minute. Even with like people like you mentioned, like Michael Jackson, certain people like Whitney Houston, some of them say, yes, I get nervous. Mariah Carey, the list goes on and on. Everybody has
I
their
get nervous.
nerves when they. I can't tell. I've seen you perform on, what was it, The Real Daytime
Yeah.
and other shows, and your performances are beautiful. Like, you've served a crowd and you were engaged, and it's all about crowd energy. Oh my God, it's so many comments. I can't even get to the questions in the audience, but what would you have to say to people who, have nervousness and stage fright?
Listen, nervousness is the evidence that you are human. And it also is evidence that you understand that there is room for building and being greater. It also identifies that there is room for you to lean and depend on the higher power, that is God, to help you through the moment you're about to take on. I'm nervous a lot, often before my performances, but I move in courage. I never tell people to, I never expect people to just evaporate fear. My thing is move in courage, because courage is the decision to press forward in the face of fear. It's the response to fear. I'm going to do it anyway because I prepared before I presented. So if I've done the work, moving in courage will only present the fullness of everything, all the work that you put in. And 9 times out of 10, courage is going to deliver a win every single time. It's never failed me. I don't know anybody that courage has failed. No, nobody that courage has failed. So for me, take the nervousness, but oftentimes what I do say is understand that the room you're in, your presence means that you belong there. If you've been invited to perform, if you've been invited to sing, if you've been invited to speak, or if you've simply been invited to participate, you are there because you belong there. And when you understand that, you are able to realize that now it's on you to contribute to making the space sweeter. You contribute to making the moment bigger and better. And so that's my thing. You'd be surprised how many folks are actually nervous when they step on the stages. And I know many artists, many very successful artists that are just as nervous.
Oh my goodness. And the audience is going in right now. They're saying, okay, let's see some of these comments. I know from Jamar84, I know for a fact I hold myself back in a fear of failure. Um, and V Brown actor singer says, I want to throw up every time I don't eat when I have a performance. Nervousness. It's nervousness. Um, oh,
Listen, this another thing that I do. Another thing that I do is I encourage people to just take a moment to acknowledge the ground that you are standing on. Think of the ground that you are standing on. Honor it. What you do next is your gift to the moment, giving you time to be everything that you are. When you acknowledge the ground that you're standing on, you are able to see that you are present. Most of the time, fear and nervousness is a byproduct of fear, and it is thinking a possibility that hasn't even arrived. That's a waste of energy, because at the end of the day, you can only go on what is happening right now. What has already happened is done. We can't reach into the future to do anything. But in our right now is where we have our greatest strength. So just be. If you've prepared, you're ready to present.
And it's all about presentation. What you give to people, it goes back to the analogy you used with the Coca-Cola can. When I sang for Major in one of his lives, I was nervous, but his spirit helped me. And he is truly amazed with mentorship. And Jamar84 requested, can Major sing even more so I can die happy?
Oh, I love that song. I also have a version with my sister Brandy, but that song is special to me. It says, "Yesterday I loved you. Today I think I love you even more. Yesterday I needed you. Today feels like I need you even more than all the oxygen I breathe, even more than all the water in the sea. Yeah. Yesterday I wanted you, but now I know I want you even more." Yeah.
He is speaking a word. Yes, glory. Do we have any questions for Major? My next question for you is, you've mentioned some of
I
the
know
greats like Patti LaBelle.
Ian says, I hope he doesn't die after, because the request was, I can die happy. I love it. I love it. Okay, keep going.
Yes, I'm crying. Oh my God. Yes, that's a beautiful song. I love that song as well too. Why I Love You is another one of my favorites. Now, collaborating. If you could collaborate with anybody that is out currently right now, who would it be?
Bruno Mars.
Ooh.
Bruno Mars. I would love to do something with my H Town uh, hero. Well, our H Town hero, one of the H Town heroes, Beyonce. I think that would be super dope, because we went to the same school. She's a few years ahead of me, but like I did all the teachings that she did, and it's just, it would be super dope to have that moment. Um, and Adele, I want to do something with Adele. Yeah, yeah.
Comedian Winer says, make that happen.
I know, right? Come on, God, deliver, deliver. I believe God is in the business of showing us just how awesome and amazing He is and how able He is. So don't be surprised that that happens this year.
Oh, that's a beautiful question, Jamie. Okay, we got two questions. Okay, let me put them up on the screen.
Would you in the future do any mentorship with an artist? I mentor a lot of artists. I mentor people often. But like I said, I'm going to probably do a workshop soon, because I think that that would be pretty special. A workshop on self self esteem and empowerment, and understanding the value of your value. Um, and it's just going to be really really special. So look out for that. But I also don't just mentor just anybody, because you have to show and prove that you are serious about the work that you want to pursue. There's lots of people that are like, I want to sing. They don't work on their music daily. They don't work on getting better. They don't work on, on new songs, on writing and things like that. They just want to be associated to people that are doing it already. And that's a waste of time. That's a waste of your time and my time. But I do think that some more collective mentorship is coming soon. So stay tuned.
Okay, it was another question too. Oh, this is a beautiful one.
I knew my wife was the one. It was in in a magazine for Mona Lucci Bride. I when the way I knew she was the one for me to date and to pursue was when I had a concert. I was on tour for my Better With You In It tour, and I hit Dallas, and she hit me up. She said, "Hey, I'm excited that you're coming to Dallas. I look forward to coming to the concert." I was honored that she even called about that, and so my next mind was to make sure she's on the list. In less than a few minutes later, while I'm thinking about, let me make sure I put her on the list, she says, I bought my tickets for me and my friend. We're coming. And I said, whoa, she bought tickets. So she didn't use the strength of, let me let him know that I want to come, and then he could put me on a list. And I was just like, yo, that was amazing to have somebody that could have literally waited on her name to be on a list to support me before, that was even extended as an option. And so that meant a lot to me. That's when I knew her heart was for supporting what it was that I do. And then I knew she was my wife when I asked her how many kids did she want. And she replied, however many you give me. Listen, that right there, that got me. Because she could have been like 1, 2, 4, but she says, however many you give me, as in however many God blesses us to have,
Mm.
that's it. And I said, oh, that's the wife right there. Yeah. And of course, like Ian said with his wife, he knew she was the one when she said yes. That's a good sign, Ian.
Okay, we got two more questions. Okay, right here.
What's your creative process when it comes to songwriting? We talked about that earlier. Uh, I'm inspired by so much. The condition of the world, when I see people going through things, um, my faith inspires my perspective. And so I just write from that, and words just come and melodies come. Different things happen. I mean, Why I Love You um, was the melody was inspired over me wanting a chicken salad sandwich. So, it's random. I was on set with my brother, Jor-El Quinn, and we were asked what we wanted for lunch. And I said, chicken salad sandwich. I want a chicken salad sandwich because I'm hungry. So that inspired the melody, but for the hook. And then the words was, I wanted to write a love song that would help people better understand how to do love on earth as it is in heaven. So yeah.
Okay, let me see. We've got one more question.
When will you and Tyrese release the song you did, The Way of the World? I've already released that song. Tyrese was just learning about the song, and he loves it. He digs it. And so when he was showing the video, he was just playing it. But that's my guy. That's my brother. I'm honored by his mentorship and his brotherhood. We have something really special coming, though, that I worked on with him and Rick Ross. That's coming soon. So stay tuned for that.
A wedding song birthed from a chicken sandwich. And we've got a question from Unique Favors and More. Would you collaborate with a young reggae artist?
Reggae, yeah, of course. I love reggae. And let me hear what you got, and we will decide if it makes sense.
If you could change anything about the music industry, what would that be?
If I could change anything about the music industry, I would say make room for more perspectives other than what's on trend. Because
Yes.
Michael Jackson wasn't on trend. Lady Gaga wasn't on trend. Bruno Mars wasn't on trend. Those are giants in the game. Beyonce's never been on trend. They create trend. And the only reason they are as successful is because there was room for them to be who they are. Kanye West wasn't on trend. But what happens often in the game is something starts working and then the industry starts looking for a bunch of clones of that. And they wonder why that clone that they tried to develop doesn't succeed as big as the very thing it's copying. Is because it wasn't meant to be that. Each of us were created to be an answer to a specific need in the earth.
Yes.
My need that I'm an answer to is not the same need that you're an answer to. You lock in your lane, I lock in mine, and the world is better for it. But if we're both chasing the same need, only one of us can be the answer to it, leaving the other person unfulfilled because they have no place to call home. And so I just wish the industry would open up to allowing different and unique and distinct
Yes.
to have a chance. Yeah.
Because there's so many talented individuals out here who want to get into the music industry. And speaking of that, um, someone who's been in the music game for a minute now, someone mentioned it in the comments, Jasmine Sullivan. When can we get a duet with you and Jasmine?
Jasmine is a monster. Um, Jasmine is a monster. I'd be honored to do a duet with Jasmine. It's got to be the right song though, but I would be honored. Jasmine, I've met her a couple times. She's a super beautiful soul. She's been
Yes.
through a lot, and so it's amazing to see her when she conquers. She's special. But yeah, that would be super dope.
Diversity is key. Do we have any more questions for Major? Now, if you could go open a show for any artist, who would that be?
Bruno. I would love to open a show for Bruno, um, Adele, and Beyonce. My three collaborators. It used to be Kanye, but Kanye's so all over the place now. I don't know if he would ever have time for that. But I still have a lot of love for Kanye. I think he's processing through some things. But yeah, those folks.
Ooh. Okay, we got two more questions.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up with that. Um,
Yeah.
my favorite vocal, my favorite vocal warm up. I need to get back to my discipline with vocal warm ups, but I do the lip trills, the because it opens up the cavities and gets your mouth and your muscles moving. But they're called lip trills, and you basically create your lips like a motor, and it opens up your passages, and it's pretty dope. Yeah.
Yolanda Adams, I would love to hear a collaboration with
Oh,
you
my
and her. She
auntie
does that.
Auntie Yolanda
Yes.
from Houston, that would be amazing. To her and CeCe Winans, those
Mm.
two, if I could sing, if I could do something with them, we actually talked about it. Me and Auntie Yolanda talked about it. I'm glad you brought that up because I might have something for us to do that I just recently wrote. So very good.
Okay, one more question, then we're going to wrap it up. It was somebody else that had a question. Do we have any more questions down here, ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude this interview with, yes, it would, wouldn't it? Yolanda Adams, that's the first thing that came to my mind because I've seen her. It was on the Soul Train Awards, and she was receiving an award, and they asked her to do different vocal ranges, and that's one of the warm-up exercises that she does.
Yes, the lip
So,
trills. Yeah,
good
yeah.
question, Jamar. Lizelle from South Africa, welcome, welcome, welcome.
South
Do we
Africa,
have
I love South Africa. They showed me so much love.
any more questions, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap it up? Because I'm pretty sure I thought it was another question. I think we just about answered them all.
Y'all,
So,
if you all know of any folks from Jamaica that put on shows in Jamaica, Jamaica hit me up. I want to come out there this year. Let's make that happen.
okay. So, my last question, if there's any more before we wrap up, is what's next for Major?
TV, there's a TV show. There's an announcement that's going to be made soon. Um, uh, no, Ian, we cannot do a song. Now, your auntie Cece, we can do that. Uh, or the Winans, if we could get your daddy, Marvin and BB, we could do that. But the I have a TV show that I was casted in, a guest star role in, that's going to be pretty iconic. I'm really excited about that. We have a new project. Shout out to Harmony Samuels, and uh, I'm just really excited about that. Major, so good looking. I'm really excited about that. We have just stay tuned. Music, TV, film. We've got some inspirational products coming soon. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
And all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is concluding our interview with Major.
Yes.
And someone says, hopefully, we see you in the Five Heartbeat sequel.
Listen, I need y'all to tag Robert Townsend. The Five Heartbeats is one of my favorite movies. I can be choir boy easy. So tell them to make me choir boy or duck. Choir boy or duck. I need you to tag Robert Townsend and let him know. I've been wanting to do it. I think Luke James could be Leon, could play like it would be so dope. It'd be so dope. But I want to be in the Five Heartbeat sequel so bad. We'll see how it goes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and this concludes our interview with Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter Major. Thank you so much for this incredible interview. We didn't take up too much of your time. Keep your light, Major. We see you and we appreciate you. Hey, Poetic Soldier. Miss Stevie, keep it real, girl. You are awesome. Thank you, Angela. Thank y'all so much
Yes,
for
indeed.
tuning in. Thank you so much.
Yes,
It was such
indeed.
an honor.
To everybody, God bless you. Stay excellent, stay ready, and stay grateful. You'll always win. Peace.
And go stream When the Doves Cry. Go and check
Doves
that
Cry
out
by
right
Major.
now.
I've seen doves cry. Yeah, baby. Peace.
Take care. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Me and my guest co-host, Alex, are about to go live and dish the topics, and I will see you then. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. I love you all so much. And I know everybody's wondering, what the hell is she wearing? This is Fashion Nova, Cardi B, so I'm going to stand up a little bit so you guys can get just a little insight to it. This is Cardi B's Fashion Nova collection. And I will see you guys coming up next. Take care.